Alright, what's up YouTube? Universe's Fire King Lands coming at you with a deck profile. Obviously from my name that I just coined right now, or yesterday, it's a Fire King deck. So we start out with the monsters. We come out with the boss monster, Fire King High Avatar Garunix. It's the boss monster because if it's destroyed by a card effect, it can come back during the next standby phase. Card effects are Torrential Tribute, Dark Hole, anything that can destroy this monster by its card effect, like Yaksha. The other Fire King can destroy a card from your hand or field, so blow it up. You can destroy all the monster cards on the field when it is summoned on the next standby phase. Perfect. The next one is Fire King Barong. It's really bright that way, huh? So this card is good because this is basically the answer. If you get stuck, this card is useful because once it's destroyed during the next standby phase, I believe standby phase, right? During the next standby phase, this card was destroyed by a card effect. You can get a Fire King card from your deck to your hand, except Barong. But you won't get Barong, you could get Yaksha, the Magic Circle, the Fire Kings, or Onslaught. Cool, and the next one, I run 2 Yakshas because I'm too lazy to buy the third one. Oh, this is the center. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Yaksha, once it's destroyed, it can destroy a card from your hand or the field. So you can blow up Sacred Hand of Nephis, which is my next card, or Fire King Avatar Garunix to blow up the front row or the back row, your choice. It's a really fun card. I should get another one to run 3, because these 3 are basically the main staples. Next one is Sacred Phoenix. Yeah, and Nephis. I don't know why I keep saying Sacred Hand. I'm sorry. When this is destroyed by a card effect, this comes back during your next standby phase, exactly like Garunix. But instead of the front row, it destroys all the back rows. So this card can get rid of like Dimensional Fissures. No, MST that first, then destroy everything else. Just saying. Because it'll get destroyed and sent to the Banished Land if it gets destroyed. I'm running the 10 key engine, so on my Fire King deck there's 2 Fists and 1 Boar. Boar is my only tuner, so it can get out the Synchros, and Bear is basically, after I bring it out with 10 key, I destroy 10 key to destroy 1 monster in the field. It's usually when there's a card that's hard to get over, that's when I do it. The next one is 3 Fencing Fire Ferret. When this card, when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I can target 1 face of monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. If you do it, inflict 5 of bandle damage. This is a great card to put on this deck. Or just generally, I think it's like a man-eater buff, but it's not a flipped effect. It's like a destruction effect. And your opponent loses 500 life points as well, so that's pretty good. The next one is Flame Veil Fire Dog. I run 3 of those. This card usually gets really crowded, but I don't mind. This card's first effect is good when you destroy a monster and send it to the graveyard by battle. You can special summon 1 fire monster with 200 or less defense from your deck, except this card. So it has a lot of outlets that it can take. The outlet I usually use, let me see the outlets that's possible first. The cards I usually take out are the Fire King cards. Well, it's not the ones I take out, it's the options. Fire King cards, Barong and Yaksha. But the card I use the most to bring out during that battle phase with this card's effect is the next card. There might be too many of these in my deck, but whatever. Lava Lancelord. Lava Lancelord. This card's a 2/1 attack monster and like just powerful. It's hard to get over 2/1 with normal cards, but I use this card normally as well. It could summon itself normally, but at the end of the phase, of your turn, it gets destroyed. And once it gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can take one fire monster removed from the game back to your hand. So that's really handy if you got Dimensional Fissure and or anything that takes cards from the whole game and removes it. The next card I have I don't know why I have it. I just liked it for the XC level 8. Beast King Barbaros. This card can be normal summoned, so that's like an 8-star 1/9. That's the only bad kicker of it. Its attack goes down to 1/9. But it's an 8-star, like you can have Garunix, then just like normal summon this, and I can get out my 8-star XC, which is pretty awesome. Actually, that's not that bad. But yeah, a 1/9 8-star is pretty good. I like it. And the other effect is, let's say I use Rekindling and I haven't normal summoned yet, so I take the 3 monsters out and tribute it to take Barbaros out. And the first effect states that once you tribute 3 monsters to summon this card, you could destroy all the cards your opponent controls, and that is massive. That could be like an endgame factor, then 3,000 direct shot, killer. And the next card I have is a Dragon Ruler Blaster. It's my favorite card in this deck because I just like Dragon Rulers. Sadly, I was not able to run it when you could have 3. Well, that's fine. What is it? I'm thinking of adding a card or taking out one of the Landlords, because that's kind of like overkill to some people. Well, that's how I see it. Fire King Karen, the unicorn one. I think it's here somewhere. No, the unicorn one is not here. I think it's a horse. Anyways, I'm thinking of adding that to the deck, so there's an easier way to take this card out, because I never get the chance to use this card. So I want to take this out more and use it. Fire King Karen's effect is, if it gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard. This is its second effect. You can send 1 card from your deck to the grave, 1 fire. So it's basically a Foolish Burial for this deck, so that's awesome. Alright, let's run to Magics, and I'm at 7 minutes. Perfect. This deck is running pretty solid for me now, so I have problems with like Lightsworn, it's because my friend plays it pretty well. And Agents. Mermails is on and off because my friend hasn't finished the whole set, but it's gonna be a problem once he does, if he chooses to, though. That is. We're going to the staple of this deck. 3 Onslaught of the Fire Kings. When your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can take out 1 beast, wing beast, or beast fire type monster. So Garunix, Sacred Hand, any of the Fire King cards, or basically this whole deck can be taken out. And during the end phase, it gets destroyed. So with Garunix's effect, it comes back next standby phase, destroys the whole field from your opponent. Your Sacred Hand Nephews doesn't see it coming, doesn't even pay attention to what you just did. You can destroy all its back rows once your standby phase comes in. Yeah, the next one is Circle of the Fire Kings. It's a pretty good card. It's basically a card that has the potential to end the game. I haven't done it yet, but I've done situations where I have Garunix and Sacred Hand. I had these set down, right? 1. You can only use 1 at a time. Set down Garunix. Well, Sacred Hand kills the monster because Sacred Hand is stronger than that monster. Boom, kill that. Garunix attacks, then deal 2/7 damage. Circle the Fire King, switch that out. Destroy Garunix, and take out a fire monster from my grave, and usually I have another Garunix, so I bring that out, make that attack for another 2/7, then end phase, everything gets blown up. 2 Garunix cycles, Sacred Hand gets cycled. It's just madness shenanigans. I love that card. Next I run 2 Pot of Dualities. What is this? Face up? Yeah. I didn't even notice. Hard dualities reveal 3 cards. Reveal the top 3 cards, then show that to your opponent. Then pick one, put the 2 back in your deck, shuffle your deck. Then the only downside to that is you can't special summon. So I usually use this during main phase 2, or when I really don't want to do anything anymore. I don't want to bring anyone out. Yeah, so main phase 2 is the best option to use this, because you can't special summon. Next, 2 Rekindlings. It's basically the end game of this deck. Like you're down and you're like, oh, I need something to do. I pop out Rekindling, and what it does is special summon from your graveyard as many fire monsters as possible with 200 defense. So that's most of the fire kick cards, which is fantastic. Like bam, 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 attack. It's just deadly. I remember I used Rekindling, then attributed 3 for Beast King Barbaros to wipe out my homeboy's field, which was ridiculous, and that was the end game for him. Next card is Forbidden Chalice. I would like 2 of these. I like Chalice over Lance at the moment, because if I Chalice Barbaros, its effects are negated, so instead of being 1/9, it's at 3,000, and with the added 400 bonus from Chalice, it's 3/4. Wow. Powerful card. And I think you can use this card as to target your opponent's monsters, so it doesn't use its effect, like Hyperion or other peeps. I forget. I only fight against some people. And I run the Tenki engine, so I got 2 fire formations, Tenki and Tensu. Tenki, you can take out Brother Fist Bear. Sorry, Brotherhood of Fire Fist Bear. Yeah, and it gets a 1/9, but I usually destroy it. Same with Tensu. Another an extra normal summon Beast Warrior type. So good stuff. And next one is MST, then Dark Hole. I said that backwards. Dark Hole, MST, Staples. You know what's up. Next, let's go to Traps. Flame Veil. Counter. When your opponent activates a spell or trap, counter it. Then by banishing 1 200 defense fire monster from your graveyard. Yeah. Next, 7 tools. Simple, easy. Negate the activation of a spell or trap. I forget. Trap cards. Negate the activation of a trap card destroyed, but pay 1,000 life points for doing so. Spiritual Fire Art Karune. I just love this card. Like it could end the game. Like Brent has 2,000 life points left, and he has all his boss monsters out, and I have a Garunix. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like all his monsters can destroy it right away. So I'm like, pop this down. His next turn, draws, activate my trap. If he can't stop it, game's over. 2/7 damage by attributing Garunix and inflict 2/7 to his life points. Next is Dark Bribe. Cancel the activation of a spell or trap, but the opponent cancel and negate and destroy activation of spell or trap. Only side effect is the opponent draws a card, which is whatever to me. Torrential Tribute. Summon the card, just blows up the field. Front row. Compulse. Put a monster card back from the field to the hand. Call, which I don't usually use, but it's there anyways. Then it's Trap Jammer. That's that for the main part of the deck. Any suggestions of what to add and what not, like to add left? I'm mainly budget. This is mainly a budget deck because I don't have money for Wolf Bark. That thing is expensive. My synchros are this at the moment. I split all my side decks because I forgot you could only have 15. Stardust, Psymouth, Kirin, Scrap Dragon, 8, 3 8 and 1 5. I don't think I need this, so yeah. My Xyz goes Heliopolis, Hazy Flame, Palton Pappy. Number 104 Masquerade. I just like that card. Friends hate it though. Gaga Cowboy. So yeah, that's my deck and side deck at the moment. I mean, extra deck at the moment. My other deck builds have the other side decks, but I'm probably just gonna make one unified one for all three of my decks. I run Fire Kings, Dark Robe, and 6 AMs, which I don't use that much anymore. Alright, hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Lanzer23. Add me on Snapchat, I forget my name. Probably Lanzer23 too. Instagram is KingLands. No, Instagram is Lanzer23. KingLands, yeah. Tumblr is, I'm probably gonna make a Yu-Gi-Oh based Tumblr, so stay tuned for that. And that's it.